5. How analysts judge the quality of revenue. What revenue recognition means. Revenue is not recorded when cash arrives in the bank. It is recorded when a company has fulfilled its obligation to the customer under the terms of a contract. This principle is defined by two closely aligned global standards. In the United States, the applicable standard is ASC 606, issued by the Financial Accounting Standards Board. Internationally, the equivalent is IFRS 15, issued by the International Accounting Standards Board. Both standards share the same 5-step model for determining when and how much revenue to recognize. The 5-step model. Step 1. Identify the contract with the customer. Step 2. Identify the distinct performance obligations within that contract. Step 3. Determine the transaction price, which is the total consideration expected from the customer. Step 4. Allocate that price to each performance obligation based on its relative standalone selling price. Step 5. Recognize revenue as each performance obligation is satisfied. Why timing differs by business model. The timing of recognition depends entirely on how and when those obligations are satisfied. A software license that transfers control at a single point in time is recognized immediately upon delivery. A cloud subscription that delivers service continuously over a contract period is recognized ratably each month over that period. Microsoft's fiscal year 2025 10-K states that Office 365 revenue is recognized ratably over the subscription period because the cloud services and desktop applications are treated as a single integrated obligation. Analysts read the revenue recognition footnote first because it reveals whether a company's timing is conservative or aggressive. Part 2. Product versus service revenue. The revenue line on the income statement is a single number, but it contains fundamentally different types of revenue with different risk and predictability profiles. Microsoft breaks its revenue into two categories directly on the face of the income statement. Product revenue covers perpetual software licenses, operating systems, gaming hardware, and other one-time sales. Service and other revenue covers cloud subscriptions including Azure, Office 365, Dynamics 365, LinkedIn, advertising, and consulting. In fiscal year 2025, Microsoft reported product revenue of $64 billion and service and other revenue of $218 billion out of total revenue of $282 billion. Service revenue grew from $180 billion in fiscal year 2024 to $218 billion in fiscal year 2025, a 21% increase, while product revenue was essentially flat year on year. Recurring versus non-recurring revenue. Recurring revenue repeats predictably each period because customers are locked into subscriptions or multi-year contracts. Non-recurring revenue occurs once and does not repeat, such as a perpetual license sale or a one-time consulting engagement. Microsoft's cloud and subscription revenue is largely recurring, which means analysts can project it forward with higher confidence. Non-recurring items must be separated out before building a forward revenue forecast because including them would overstate the sustainable earnings base. The detail needed to make this separation comes from the footnotes and segment disclosures. Part 3. Accrual earnings versus cash earnings. Under accrual accounting, revenue is recognized when earned, not when cash is received. This means reported net income and actual cash generation can diverge meaningfully in any given period. Analysts measure this gap by comparing net income directly to operating cash flow. In fiscal year 2025, Microsoft reported net income of $102 billion and operating cash flow of $136 billion. The gap here is positive, meaning Microsoft converted more cash than its reported profit suggests, which signals strong earnings quality. The opposite situation, where net income consistently exceeds operating cash flow, is a warning that profits may not be converting into real cash. Quality of earnings. Red flags. Analysts look for several specific patterns that suggest reported revenue may not reflect the true state of the business. The first is accounts receivable growing significantly faster than revenue, which can indicate that sales are being recorded before customers have actually committed to paying. The second is a sharp spike in revenue in the final weeks of a quarter, sometimes associated with channel stuffing, where distributors accept inventory before period ends solely to inflate the reported number. The third is a growing gap between revenue reported on the income statement and unearned revenue disclosed on the balance sheet, which can indicate that obligations are being closed out earlier than warranted. Each of these patterns becomes visible only when the income statement is read alongside the balance sheet and the cash flow statement. Part 4. Using AI for Revenue Quality Review. AI tools can compress the time needed to locate and compare revenue quality disclosures across a lengthy annual filing. One application is uploading the 10K and prompting AI to extract and summarize the revenue recognition policy from the footnotes, with instructions to flag any areas where significant management judgment determines the timing or allocation of revenue. For example, you could type, "Summarize Microsoft's revenue recognition policy," and identify all instances where management judgment affects the timing of revenue recognition. A second application is asking AI to compare accounts receivable growth to revenue growth across multiple fiscal years using the data in Item 8. A third is asking AI to extract the unearned revenue balance from the footnotes and flag any unusual movement compared to prior periods. What the analyst still decides. AI retrieves the data and surfaces the patterns. The analyst decides whether a flagged pattern reflects a legitimate business change or a genuine quality concern. For example, if AI identifies that accounts receivable grew 30% while revenue grew 15%, the analyst must determine whether that reflects a new multi-year contract structure or a deterioration in collections. Microsoft's 2025 10K discloses that payment terms generally require settlement within 30 to 60 days. Any sustained shift in receivables beyond that window would require human judgment to interpret in full context. AI reduces the hours spent reading. The analyst determines what the pattern actually means.